Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Takara Tomy Transformers Bumblebee Legendary Optimus Prime. This is the leader class version that Takara is putting out for Optimus Prime from the new movie, and as of right now, this figure is exclusive to Asia. Now, before I begin this review, I want to begin saying that I will not be showing the transformation segment in this review due to a manufacturing fault that I have found on my figure. Hopefully right now there is a picture displaying on the screen that shows this fault. As you can see, there is a pin protruding out of one of his arms which actually restricts me from transforming him. Due to this, I have actually had to remove the pin in order to show you the vehicle mode, but due to this I will not be showing you the transformation. Perhaps if I get a replacement, I'll do a separate video showcasing the transformation, but in this video I'll be focusing on the robot mode and the vehicle mode. Taking a quick look at the packaging, as this is an Asia exclusive, it is not in English. You do have the Transformers Bumblebee logo, the Transformers and Takara Tomy logos on the side. You've got a picture of Optimus Prime in his robot mode, his vehicle mode, as well as the figure holding his cannon. Turning the packaging around, you've got a really nice CGI render of Optimus Prime from what I imagine is from the brand new movie. Turning the packaging around, you've got a picture of the robot mode, the vehicle mode, how many steps it would transform from, and the blaster and how to store it on the back. You've also got some of the features such as the interchangeable battle mask and how the figure looks when in robot mode equipped with the cannon. The other side of the packaging just has a nice image of the Bumblebee from the movie that we've seen on the other merchandise, and the top of the packaging just has another CG render of Optimus Prime. So let's take a look at the figure in his robot mode. And here we have the Takara Tomy Legendary Leader Class Optimus Prime in his robot mode. Now straight away you're going to see the striking resemblance to the Voyager class Evasion Mode Optimus that was released in 2014. However, I'm going to squash those rumours that this is just an upscale. This is actually a brand new figure that only takes inspiration from that figure's transformation. Looking at the figure, this is a lot more sleeker, a lot more slender, and a heck of a lot more movie accurate to what we saw in that movie. I'm not entirely sure whether this is based on the design of Optimus from the new Bumblebee movie. However, Takara are sure branding it as the Optimus from the Bumblebee movie, so we'll just go with that. Starting off with details, here I have the battle mask unequipped. Here we've got the mouth. As you can see, we've got some really nice sculpted and molded detail going on there. You've got some really nice silver paint application applied over the top with a blue tint in the eyes to make them look alike. There are some silver accents on the helmet all the way throughout, breaking up the sculpt, and overall the helmet has got a blue paint application for the majority of the sculpt. Turning down to the torso section, this entire grille piece here is in fact chrome. You have got some silver headlights there, as well as some silver painted side view mirrors. These sections here are all picked out in a silver paint. However, the faux smokestacks are left an unpainted grey plastic. These new pieces, which were not found on the Evasion Mode Optimus, have an Autobot insignia printed on them, which is really cool. And we've also got some nice mechanical sculpted in detailing there. The forearms are very detailed, including the underside. As you can see, this is accurate to how the movie Optimus from the first 4 movies looked. And we've also got some nice detailing in the hands. Moving to the bottom of the figure, it does get fairly plain and basic here. As you can see, you do just have a majority of unpainted grey and blue plastic. However, the details have not slacked here whatsoever. Turning the figure around, as you can see, we do have his blaster equipped, which I will show you in just a second. But there is some nice detailing on the back of the figure, despite these hollow gaps. As you can see, all the wheel wells have been painted in a silver paint, and there is also a chrome gas tank on either side. The feet are very reminiscent of how Optimus looked in the first 3 movies and the beginning of the 4th movie, but overall it is definitely very nice for details and paint applications. Now, quickly turning to the articulation, I will not be showing you the articulation on this arm, as due to the manufacturing fault, this arm is extremely delicate. The head is on a ball joint, so it can look side to side, it can tilt left and right, and it can look all the way down and all the way forward. The arms are on ratchet joints, so they can rotate all the way up. However, they are very stiff, but they could do the 360. However, these pieces do tend to hinder it. They are on ratchet joints going outwards, and the shoulder piece is also on a hinge joint to accommodate that. There is also a swivel just above the elbow, and there is a more than 90-degree ratchet at the elbow section there. The hands are actually articulated at 2 points, so there is the rotation at 2 points, so there is actually the rotation at the wrist, as well as the hands can open like that. All these 4 fingers are molded together, so you will move the entire set of 4 fingers when you hinge that. There is a waist joint which does allow you to do the full 360. However, due to the cannon being equipped on the back, it does restrict it. The legs are ratcheted all the way outwards. As you can see, moving this wheel here does allow for this wheel to fall forward a little bit more, and you do get a tiny bit more of range of motion. There is also a ratcheted leg joint here which allows you to kick forwards that far and back that far. There's also a swivel at the thigh, and a ratcheted 90-degree bend at the knee. The feet are on hinge joints forwards and backwards due to transformation, and there is also a really nice ankle pivot joint. So overall for articulation, this is definitely a very articulated piece, especially for a leader class figure. Now very quickly showing you the interchangeable battle mask is actually built in within the sculpt. In order to do it, it is extremely similar to the Armored Knight and Masterpiece Optimus. Simply just take it from the chin and lift it up like so. You then want to swivel this section here, and that will reveal the mouth plate. And as you can see, that too is a fantastic sculpt and really captures the essence of the movie Optimus Prime. Turning to the weapon of the figure, as I stated earlier, it is actually implemented on the back. You simply just pull it off just like so. It is tabbed in at these two posts here, and there are two pegs on the back as well as a sculpted in trailer hitch, so that is still a really nice attention to detail. Transforming the blaster from how it is assembled on the back is fairly straightforward. First of all, you just want to take this whole piece here and pull this up, turn around and flip out these hinges here, just like so. That will then allow you to close these sections in and form the barrel of the gun. You're then going to want to take this whole piece here and just rotate it all the way around, hinge this section up, just like so, and then finally collapse this piece in. And there you have the Optimus Prime blaster that this figure comes with. Now for an accessory that essentially transforms from the back kibble, it is extremely detailed and very faithful to the blaster that Optimus has used in the movies. As you can see, this whole black section here has been picked out in a glossy black plastic with some really nice mechanical details. The nozzle is fairly basic, it is just a grey nozzle. It would have been nice if there was some singe effect, much like the movie Masterpiece, but nonetheless this is a very cool looking gun. Now as you can see, there is a peg and a slot there that will peg into Optimus's hand. Now as you can see, the hand has been sculpted in a circle with a groove that allows for this to really snap in extremely securely when upon the figure, and as you can see, he does hold it exceptionally well with an extremely tight grip. Now for a Bumblebee movie size comparison, here is the legendary Optimus Prime next to the brand new movie Masterpiece Volkswagen Bumblebee and the Studio Series Deluxe Class Volkswagen Bumblebee. As you can see, he certainly does tower over these figures and does earn the title of leader class. Now when I compare him to a leader in the next segment, you will see that he is significantly shorter, and that is due to the scale change that Hasbro have now implemented. Even some of their upcoming Transformers Siege figures will be considerably smaller than leader classes before them. However, I think the scale works fairly nicely, especially between this figure and the Studio Series one. I do like Bumblebee being a lot shorter than Optimus Prime, and I'm sure that if Optimus does appear in the movie alongside Bumblebee, this is what the scale will look like. I also don't think he looks too out of place when scaled next to the movie Masterpiece Volkswagen Bumblebee. Here is a size comparison between the legendary Optimus Prime and the Studio Series Leader Class Grimlock. As you can see, he is a little bit shorter than this Leader Class Grimlock, but not by too much, and he definitely does fit in with this scale class, so he definitely does earn the title of being a Leader Class figure. And for one final comparison, here is the new legendary Optimus Prime compared next to the Age of Extinction Voyager class Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. Now as you can see, there is definitely more similarities than differences on this figure. However, this one is a brand new mold. As I stated, I have checked the pieces and none of them are upscaled. Each piece has a new detail on it, and the transformation on this is a lot more involved than this. They've just put a whole lot more engineering into this figure, and I do specifically like how this cannon transforms from detachable parts from the robot mode. I also do like how they've added these extra details in on the arms. These shoulder pads are really very movie accurate, and I do like some of the new design that they have done to the legs. As you can see on the Evasion Mode Optimus, you had the two wheels down at the base, which wasn't actually accurate, and here they have flipped it around and even added some small details such as these blue pieces on ball joints, which is actually accurate to the movie Optimus Prime design. So overall, this is a completely brand new figure and definitely does look different enough from this one to warrant it a brand new figure. And here we have the Takara Tomy legendary Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. Now unfortunately, as I stated at the beginning of the video, I was unable to show you the transformation segment in this video due to a manufacturing issue. The only reason I have been able to transform it and have it in vehicle mode here is because I've actually removed the pin, and I don't think that it is fair for me to show you the transformation segment whilst removing a pin, as that is hopefully not what you'll experience when you pick up your copy. As you can see, it is a very faithful representation of the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime's truck. It is very, very similar in design, almost identical, par a few paint applications and a few new parts, such as this entire die-cast section here. Bringing it in for some of the details, as you can see, you've got some really nice Autobot insignias placed on either side of the vehicle mode's truck. He has also got these retractable wind mirrors, which you can fold forwards and backwards. The front grille here has been picked out in chrome with the lining going around in silver. There is also a silver highlight around each of the windows to define the sculpt. Overall, it is a fairly nicely painted looking vehicle. As you can see, you've got the silver painted hubcaps and the chrome gas tanks. Turning the figure to the back, as you can see, you've got the chrome back with the singular smokestack as seen on the 2014 Evasion Mode model. Turning the figure upside down, as you can see, you do have some details carried over from the robot mode, such as the underside of Optimus Prime's arms. And here you do have the feet that have been done in a grey plastic. I am quite happy with this design choice, as instead of putting paint that was going to get scuffed, they have just left it grey, which makes it a little bit more identifiable in the vehicle mode, as it does look like a trailer hitch and not a pair of feet. So overall, this truck mode does look pretty nice. It does roll very nicely and very smoothly. As you can see, I haven't quite got all the wheels pushed down, but they will all roll accordingly, just like that, and he does roll really nicely. Unfortunately, the tires are plastic as opposed to rubber. I did initially think that they were rubber, however, upon opening this figure, I did find out that they were in fact plastic. For a size comparison, here is the legendary Optimus Prime next to the 2014 Evasion Mode Voyager. As you can see, this is definitely in the leader class scale, as it does tower over the Voyager quite significantly. As you can see, it is just a very big figure, and as I stated when I reviewed the robot mode, this is in fact a completely brand new mold that just takes inspiration from this figure's transformation. So despite the similarities, they are completely different figures, and this new legendary Optimus Prime isn't just a basic upscale, it has actually got quite a few brand new parts. So there's my review on the brand new Takara Tomy legendary Optimus Prime. I am extremely sorry that I wasn't able to show you the transformation in this segment. However, I don't believe it would have been fair to have shown you it, especially with that massive pin sticking out the side. I just wouldn't have been able to portray the transformation accurately. Hopefully, I will get a replacement that will sort that issue out, and in a separate video, I will tackle the transformation and show it to you. Overall, despite that flaw that I had with my figure, I do really like the look of the robot mode, and I'm a big fan of how the truck mode looks. I think the robot mode is very accurate to what we've seen for the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime in Age of Extinction. I do hope that this design does actually appear in the Bumblebee movie. From some of the trailers that we've seen him on Cybertron, he doesn't look like this, but that's not to say that he doesn't scan an Earth mode and becomes more like his movie self. Overall, if you can find this figure at a reasonable price, I do recommend it. At the moment, it is an Asia exclusive, as I stated, so you can only get it in places such as Japan and China. I managed to acquire this in Singapore, so it is definitely going to be quite a scarce item, and at the moment, there have been no plans from Hasbro to release this in a mass production quantity. Overall, I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did, please let me know down in the comment section below. And until my next review, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.